Hey guys, it's Grazer, the Autistic Gamer, and welcome to the very first video for this new channel. And what better way to kick off a brand new creative endeavour than to start a complete playthrough of Marvel's Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns can be best described as a turn-based action strategy game. It's got some role-playing elements, it's got some deck-building elements. All in all, I think it's a fantastic game, which is why I've chosen it to, as I said, to get everything underway on this channel. It has been developed by Firaxis, the same guys that brought us XCOM 2 and all of the relevant DLCs and expansion packs, as well as the Civilization games, so they have a good variety behind them. So what can you expect from this playthrough? First off, the basic premise is to get all 72 achievements, which covers the base game and the 4 DLC packs that they released. Some of the achievements appear to be mutually exclusive, however it is absolutely possible to get them all in one playthrough. It's just going to take a while to do that, hence why I said this playthrough itself could be quite a long one. Also, we're going to be going a little bit above and beyond. For example, there is an achievement for getting the maximum friendship possible with any hero. We are going to be getting that with every hero, or at least that is going to be the aim. Also going to be aiming to max out every hero, get all of their outfits, and basically experience everything that this game has to offer. Now, there is a lot of ambient dialogue, some of which comes about when you are in your battles and you don't do anything for a little while. Heroes will come up with a little, sometimes sarcastic comment. I'm going to obviously record those and try and fit them in as best I can. So I'll be honest, I'm still thinking in my head how I'm going to do that. So regarding difficulty, there is in fact no difficulty related achievements in this game. So it is in fact entirely possible to do the entire run and get all of the achievements on the story difficulty. We're not going to do that. We're going to play on the highest difficulty setting that is available at any given time. When I come to set up the game, you'll see more what I mean when I say that, but heads up, not all the difficulty levels are actually available right from the very beginning. Also, during planning this playthrough, I have been looking up a lot of guides, a lot of walkthroughs. I'm also going to drop links to them in the description as well, so you can see what I have been using. I've found there are some absolutely incredible guide writers out there, and shout out to you guys because you've done an excellent job and have made what I'm about to attempt possible. So apologies for that very lengthy introduction, but I wanted to just cover all the bases before we get going. Now that we have actually done that, let's get this game underway. Okay, let's just get into it. Alright, we're going to click new game, and immediately you can see that the majority of the difficulty settings are actually locked. Now, this is what I meant when I said we're going to play on the hardest difficulty setting that is available at any given time. As you can see, as it says at the bottom, you unlock the higher difficulties by completing missions, collecting star ratings for those missions. And the game, generally, from what I have read, has been designed specifically that you increase the difficulty as you go. So as you can see, there is a description for each one, and each difficulty brings its own set of modifiers, from reducing the number of revives that you can have to increasing the amount of health and damage that your opponents have. But on the plus side, we get extra bonuses for that. We get extra XP and we get some extra mission gloss we will come on to as the game progresses. Now, I am going to add a caveat in here, and some of you might not be happy about this. Fair enough. My belief is that these difficulty settings exist for people to choose whatever difficulty setting they want to play the game at. So for this playthrough, we are going to be going up to Ultimate 2. I am going to save Ultimate 3 for the very final level of the game. Now, I'm doing that mostly because Ultimate 3, I'll be honest, is flicking hard. And I really want to complete this game. But also, I feel that it's be a nice end to the game to do the last final boss, maximum settings, maximum difficulty. And so that is how I am going to be doing it. But until then, we are going in on normal. Now, we have the option to play the tutorial mission, of which there is an achievement, and I am going to be playing that. The slight downside to that is that we can't then disable enable tutorial help pop-ups that are going to come up during the game. They do actually provide some fantastic tips, and overall the tutorial mission is, I think, extremely well done. It's excellent introduction into the game's mechanics, excellent introduction to the story. So we're going to play it, we're just going to have the tutorial pop-ups, but I'm probably just then going to read them out, and I'll then go into a little bit of extra detail if I feel that it would be worth it. So without any more fuss, let us launch our campaign and start Marvel Midnight Suns.
Hocus nonsense, Faustus. Now you want to tell me just what the hell is so important?
Sleeping Mother, sacred harbinger, awaken and reclaim what is yours. You who rise with the moon in darkness, who prepares the path for the midnight sun. Turn your merciless eyes upon us and arise!
Nice show, Doc. Next time, call Seymour. Better yet, I'll just shoot you and save us all the trouble.
I can feel it, Rox. Trouble in the air. More innocent blood joining you soon. Head back to your magic castle. You ain't welcome here.
It's called a sanctum. And welcome or not, this is where fate has determined the Sorcerer Supreme needs to be.
Tell fate. Answers no.
This is the secret guardian you dragged me 5,000 miles to meet?
Who's the mouth?
Mr. Stark is brash, but I assure you, he can be trusted.
Wait, you seriously don't know who I am?
The fabric of magic is shifting, Johnny. The prophecy of the Midnight Sun is upon us.
Your last crusade cost me plenty. This time I intend to look after my own.
Hey pal, I don't think you understand. Things are changing. 2 + 2 no longer equals 4. Up is sometimes down, and strange here is actually starting to make sense.
Do I look like someone who gives a damn about any of that?
No, you look like you should be bouncing for the double deuce. Listen, all I know is hell's coming, and my pal here says you can help.
That's where you're wrong. Hell's not coming. It's already here. You're welcome, Robo-Man.
Iron Man? It's okay. It's fine. I know what he meant.
We come all the way out here, and the old man runs off with that precious page of yours. Could have at least left us some VIP passes for the carnival. Blown up a few monsters on the way out.
Johnny Blaze has sacrificed a great deal for this world already. I am certain he will come around given time.
Thought you said time was the one thing we didn't have. All right, let's just wrap this up. I think I've got sand in my nanopolymer weave.
Oh, I love that intro. It's got the humour, it's got the introductions, it's got the characters. 4-year-old in me is giddy. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, so as you can see, we will have 3 main types of cards. We're going to have attacks, skills, heroics. Playing a card is obviously going to cost us 1 card play. So we can use attack cards to gain our heroism. Get our heroism up, we can start unleashing even more powerful attacks. So some attacks have added effects like knockback and stun, and all of this I think is about to be demonstrated as we let loose on these demons that have decided to interrupt our discussion with Johnny Blaze. So we're going to select our blast card, which as you can see is going to give us 1 heroism and do 5 damage, and we're going to target this demon in the back left.
Let's do it. Sleep it on.
I have to say it's got some very nice jammy music going on, but if you find that it's jumping about all over the place, that's because of my editing. Anyway, as you just saw, we just selected our blast card and we have disintegrated one of the bad guys, leaving us with 2 card plays left, and now we're just going to repeat that on this guy.
I'm saving my energy till we need it. You might want to get that looked at. Am I really going to have to bring out the big guns for this?
Yes, Tony, you are. So those last 2 cards that we played have given us 2 heroism, which means we can now play this air superiority card that is going to cost us 2 heroism to play. And as it says there, we gain them by playing attack and skill cards. You'll be able to tell the difference. As you saw on the previous cards, there was a 1 in the bottom left corner. That means we will gain that amount of heroism. If it is in the top left corner, it means that it will cost us that amount of heroism. So let us spend our 2 hard-earned heroism and unleash air superiority.
That'll work.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
So as you can see, even when you have no card plays and no heroism, the game will not end your turn automatically. You have to do it manually. So we're just going to go ahead, do that, and let's see what the tutorial has in store for us next.
I like it when we're in control of the situation.
So more learning to come from the tutorial. As you can see, it's given us some more details regarding the 2 sets of enemies that we are facing. We have our minions and we have our elites. The minions have no health, so any attack will instantly kill them. This actually does come in handy later on when we start picking up certain modifiers that get added to our cards. I will point that out when we get to that stage. And other the elites, as it says, have higher health, so it really is best that we use our high damage attack cards on them.
That suit may be a marvel of technology, but it's no match for the mystic arts. Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh, so it's a contest now. Then you take the extra creepy one.
Gladly.
Alright, let's go over to Doctor Strange to have a quick look with his cards. As you can see, we now have a modifier called Knockback, which does exactly what it says on the tin. As you can see, as soon as we select the card, it says some cards have a knockback effect. Once we target our enemy, we can then aim within an area where we want our enemy to fly off into. We can knock them into the environment, we can knock them into other enemies, and that will do extra damage. So let's give that a go.
I'll just be running a few diagnostics while we wait.
Prepare yourself.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
Tony there with one of those snarky lines that I talked about earlier when you sort of sit around and you don't do awful much. Okay, we can't play our next Doctor Strange card because it requires 2 heroism and we only have 1. However, as we can see, this blast card will give us 1 heroism, so we will select it and it is automatically selected Iron Man for us. So we're just going to tackle the minion that has no health and let's take him out of the field.
Impressive.
Okay, 2 to go. Okay, our remaining card is our Axe of Anguramus. I feel like I have just butchered that and someone's going to yell at me in a minute. So we're going to select that and now we can select our target. Now, as you can see, we are going to do 15 damage. So this is a pretty powerful card for a first level. And what we'll do is have a quick look. So this guy has 5 health, this guy has 10 health. So let's take out the guy that's got 10 because 10 is more than 5.
Let me show you. You should really stay down.
Okay, once again, that's our turnover. We've got no heroism left. We've got no cards to play. So let's end our turn and see what this minion thinks it can do.
We'll have to deal with a few more, I'm afraid.
It's almost going too well.
Yeah, Tony, I'm sharing your hesitation there. Okay, so Tony took a little bit of a damage, not anything huge. So, as it says here, at the start of each turn, hero icons are going to appear. That tells us which hero a particular enemy is going to target on their turn. As it says here, in this case, Doctor Strange is in danger. The game is asking us to see what we can do to assist him. I think we can probably do quite a bit.
Now that I have their attention, perhaps a blessing is in order. Something protective?
Well, I could give you a hand, or a shield in this case.
In the spirit of cooperation, I'll accept your offer. Just this once.
Don't mention it.
Okay, so obviously we're not just going to be doing attacking. We're going to obviously need to be going on the defense every now and again, and that's where this heads up card comes in. It's going to give us 1 heroism, but it's also going to give us 20 block to an ally. In this particular case, our only ally on the field is Doctor Strange. So let's give him some defense using some good old technology, which I'm sure a man of magic will absolutely just appreciate and love. Okay, and the game is very kindly giving us some extra details on this skill card. So it says it controls a battle to gain heroism, provides powerful supplemental attacks, healing, damage boost. You can also draw cards. In this particular case, it's going to provide block, which is basically like an extra health bar. Skills are a great way to build heroism, which they absolutely are, as I've sort of said, and this game has, as I said, done an excellent job in teaching us we need heroism in order to be able to play the more powerful attack cards to then be able to defeat the bigger enemies. So, with all that now sort of sorted, let's give Doctor Strange his block.
Looks like you can use this.
You've done me a great favor.
Alright, that's Doctor Strange with some nice Iron Man tech armor. Okay, so we've still got 2 card plays, 2 heroisms, and we have in fact 2 cards left. So look, we got Winds of Watum, both of which have knockback. So let us select this and let's drive him into Tony. Now, at this particular moment, this will actually cause damage to Tony later on in the game. Little bit of a spoiler alert. We can get upgrades. That won't happen. But for now, let's just ram this guy into Tony as our way of saying thank you for the block.
Watch closely.
Love the effort.
Well, at least Tony appreciates it. Okay, 1 more card play. We've still got 3 more enemies to go. Okay, 1 Winds of Watum card with knockback. Now, we could target this one and send him flying into the rock or to the fence. But what I think we're actually going to do is we're going to target this minion here, or this brute in fact, and we're going to knock him back into the minion, doing a nice pool style cannon, damage the brute, kill the minion. This job is done.
They don't all have to be pretty.
There we go. One enemy down to half health, one with full health, one taken off the map completely. Again, we have no card plays and then no cards, so let's just end our turn.
Getting it done any way we know how.
That was really something.
So, Tony's block serving Doctor Strange very well there. Okay, at the end of the round, as you saw, we've got some new minions. In fact, I think they're all brutes, all with 10 health, and we currently have 6 on the battlefield. We have enough to play our air superiority card, which will do 5 damage to every single enemy. So I think to soften everyone up, that is what we are going to go with.
You've been deceived by Lilith, and it may very well cost you your life.
No, but that was certainly very explosive and effective. Okay, see what we've got left. Everybody has 5. Okay, so it doesn't really matter who Iron Man targets. We're going to be taking one off the field. I think we are going to aim for this guy here, as he is separate to the rest. And as we can see, because our Winds of our Tomb card has knockback, so it'll be easier if we use that against a cluster of minions. So, one Iron Man blast to the face coming up.
Let's give it a go.
Even Doctor Strange almost sounded impressed there. Okay, let us play our final card. Winds of a Tomb doesn't actually do any damage in on itself. All the damage is actually when the enemy hits an object. That brute will not hit anything. This one, we can ram him into the gravestone. Yeah, very respectful. Anyway, let's knock him back. Let's get him off the grid.
You have no idea how angry you've made my cloak.
Confidence is high. I think we pissed them off. Got a spell for that, maybe?
Interestingly, Doctor Strange already knows the name of our bad guy, but then this is 6 months later. So, and now we look at environmental attacks. Many objects on the battlefield can be used to advantage with environment attacks. Environmental attacks cost terrorism, but do not use a card play. They are essentially free attacks, very useful, use them wisely, and we can actually score some knockouts or reduce our enemy's health so we can play the finishing move with our card. So it says, got a tip here, try using one or more rocks to wipe out extra enemies. Always a good tip to take more than one enemy out at a time. And environmental attacks will glow when they can be used to attack a nearby enemy. Something that I think we will see demonstrated in a moment.
And while you ponder arrows, maybe we should just try throwing a big rock at him?
Okay, as you can see, got our blue circles around our rocks. So any one of these, if we were to pick them up, we'd be able to hit an enemy. We're going to just pick this one up and we're going to drop it on this guy's noggin. Okay, no card plays, no cards, but we still have 3 heroism. And fortunately enough, each rock only costs 1 heroism. It's almost as if the tutorial has been very well designed. So let's use Iron Man this time to pick this rock up, and this guy is going to be the unfortunate recipient.
This should be good.
And for our last man standing, I guess we just repeat that process. Pick up rock, throw rock, enemy disintegrates.
Here we go.
If I'm being honest, that encounter went better than I expected.
Tony, I've been noticing a recurring gamma spike.
You see, this is why you shouldn't eat spicy food, Bruce.
Localized in the West Village, converging on the Sanctum.
Wanda.
The collective works of the universe's greatest sorcerers, and he left them underneath the takeout menus.
Shifting mystical polarities are wreaking havoc on my portals.
You don't say. You okay, kid?
Yes. Are you?
Let's, put a pin in that. Carol.
Bruce and I have been trying to reach you. He'd have come himself, but he's...
Oh, you did the big green guy proud.
I really should up my homeowner's insurance.
Hydra!
Miss Maximoff, the wards of protection, if you please.
Stephen, I can fight. I've got control now.
Then show me by activating the wards. In the meantime, in honor of our missing companion, the rest of you may feel free to smash away.
We will not fail!
What are we waiting for?
Nice one, Carol. Always the direct approach.
You know I don't mess around. Besides, we picked up some crazy gamma readings coming from, well, here. Guessing that explains the Hydra goons and ominous green lights.
Yes, but not while you fail to use the front door.
Hi, how about we discuss proper hero landing etiquette after we take down the bad guys?
Nothing like a good old apocalypse to bring all our heroes together. We've seen Wanda, we've now got Captain Marvel, of which we will now have control of. Okay, so let's check out what we have here. We have 3 Hydra commandos. These are basically our fodder. And over here, it looks like we've got an elite, 2 elites, in fact, one armed with gun, one with what appears to be a Klingon pain stick. So, in the words of, well, quite a few heroes, let's go to work. Alright, first off, let's see what we've got. We've got knockback, that's going to, in fact, give us 2 heroism this time, as opposed to the 1 in the previous level. I wonder if that card has anything to do with it. Alright, let's go for a twofer. Let's knock this guy back into this one and set up our first kills for this level. Well, seems the tutorial is not quite finished with us. As it says here, we can use right back and left back to quickly switch between targets when a card is selected. So we are currently targeting that man. I can then press right back and it will then flick through all of the available enemies. But as I said, we're going to force this guy into this guy and we're going to score a nice cannon.
By the will
Fair enough.
Can you actually score cannons? Is that like a scoring metric somewhere? You know what I meant. We're going to use a cannon to make this. Okay, whatever, you get it. Graham, let's just be shush. Okay, Iron Man Blast. Gain 1 heroism, and once again we are going to just target this poor lonely guy who probably wishes he was anywhere but here.
That'll work. Hope Hydra has good insurance.
So the game wants to introduce us to a new mechanic, redraw. As it says, we can use redraw to replace any cards in our hand. The redrawn card is going to be completely random, except in the tutorial because it's a tutorial. And it gives an example as to why you might want to use it. We only have one card in our hand. It's going to cost us 3 heroism to play. We only have 2 heroism in our meter. So let us redraw this card and let's see what the game gives us. Cool, so the game has given us a jab, which is going to do 5 damage. We just need to decide now who we are going to punch. And I think we're going to punch the guy with the Klingon pain stick because he's clearly in the wrong universe right now.
Is that all?
That's the spirit.
That ends our play. We have no cards. Still 3 heroism in the pot, but we can't do anything with it right now. We could throw that, but as you can see, there's that the radius that we have to work with. No enemies are in there, so all we can do is end our turn and wait.
You should bring a couple more. You'll need them.
Okay, next new mechanic is moving. If you speak to any boxer or any fighter martial artist, they will tell you footwork makes fighters. Different concept and context here, but you get what I mean. So what we can do is we can move to reposition our hero and set up a knockback, area of effect attack, or an environmental attack. And it just gives you instructions. Select location on the ground with A, select the move again, and then we just move. Each turn you will have 1 free move. There are, again, as we go further into the game, there are ways that we can increase that. Currently selected hero will execute the move, and the tip here is try moving a hero into position to kick the couch at the enemy units. So let's just do what the tutorial is telling us to do. Again, the game just explaining that the right back, left back also applies to be able to switch between our heroes, which I've already been doing on the fly, sort of anyway. And this is where it wants us to move. I think we're going to move Captain Marvel. So as you can see, just highlight the position, press A, and as you can see with the environmental, and in this case the couch, it will show you what trajectory you can then launch that couch into your bad guys. I think we're going to aim straight down the middle. I think we might have a good opportunity here to possibly hit all 3 from there. As you can see, the game is encouraging us to give the couch a good old kick. So I'm just going to go highlight it over there. As you can see, this is going to cost us 2 heroism and do 10 damage. And unfortunately, I was not able to get the angle quite right to be able to hit all 3. But as you can see, that guy's going to travel quite far. We can still take out 2 of the guys. Trying to see if I can take that guy right out the back there, which we're going to. So, couch into Hydra officer into Hydra pocket.
Take this.
Oh, lovely positional play. Okay, so tutorial says choosing what to play. It says up to 5 cards will be drawn to fill your hand. That is generally the minimum number of cards that you will have. You can get more than those modifiers on your cards and other upgrades, which we will later on in this game progresses, we will see that more and more. So it says consider which cards we're to play and which cards to redraw or keep for future turns. This is generally where the strategy sort of part comes in, as well as where to position your heroes. What cards do we want to play? What cards do we want to maybe just keep back for a later move? What cards do we want to redraw? So we'll see what the game has given us.
Oh, but Davenport was at least a century old. What a waste.
Doctor Strange not happy about the destruction of his couch. Okay, let us have a look and see what we have. So, we've got Agamotto's Gaze, going to play the last 2 attacks, and also give us 4 card plays. At the next turn, we've got our Winds of the Tomb, which has got our knockback, Blast, which is to do 5 damage, and we've got our 2 jab cards as well. And as we can see, we have 1 redraw. So, I think, first off, what we're going to do is we're just going to deal with this particular Hydra officer here first.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
And if that's a jab, I can't wait to see what her other power moves are going to be like. Okay, so 2 card plays, 1 withdraw, 2 heroism left, and we have 2 enemies with 10 each. So we're only really probably going to be able to take out 1 of them at this point. What I'm going to do is we're going to try a knockback with Doctor Strange. 1 into the other, and both Hydra officers are going to lose 5 hit points.
Let's try this.
Love the effort.
Okay, I think we're going to use our redraw. I think we're going to redraw Iron Man's attack card. Let's see what the game is going to give us. Okay, we have new plan, which means this will double our current heroism. Very useful card. Don't think it's particularly useful right now. I think what we are going to do is we're going to draw our last 2 attacks and start the next turn with 4 card plays. So whilst that will leave 2 Hydra officers up and able to attack on the enemy's turn, I think this will give us a nice advantage for our next turn.
Watch and learn.
Doctor Strange, always the showman. Okay, so say we are now out of card plays, but we have got our 2 attacks from last time. We've got 5 heroism, so there should be no issues with us not being able to play any attacks. So let us just end our turn and see what the enemy has.
We're losing ground.
You're still not ready to give up?
Everything solid so far?
Okay, it looks like the tutorial is now basically just wiping its hands of us, and it's saying use what you have learned to wipe out Hydra's forces in the Sanctum.
These guys just keep showing up.
They are surprisingly relentless. In any event, we must provide Wanda the time she needs to activate the wards of protection.
Okay, and looks like we have drawn our Photon Beam card. That's going to cost us 3 heroism. It's going to do 10 damage to every enemy in a line. I actually think Captain Marvel is in a perfect position to launch this now against the 2 enemies in front of her.
Interesting tactic.
And we took out another desk. Doctor Strange is going to need some new stationery. Okay, so look what we've got. We've got 2 enemies with 5 hit points, both targeting Iron Man. We have 1 enemy with 10 hit points who is targeting Captain Marvel. They look nicely lined up, actually, for a knockback cannon. And look at that. Right on the edge, but the angle fits. So let's play some pool.
A moment.
Fair enough.
It's all going according to plan. Okay, 2 card plays left. We've got 1 move, 3 heroism, and only 1 enemy. I think we can probably end this now. 2 jabs from Captain Marvel. Mission complete.
At least monsters are wild and unpredictable. These rent-a-mercs have no gumption.
Impressive.
The wards. Something's blocking them.
Not something. Someone.
Gozer?
Lilith. Mother of demons, harbinger of the midnight sun. Prophecy or not, you overstep. Challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Be silent. Be still.
What just happened?
Ow. Be gone. No! A fellow daughter of Transia. You remind me of my own beloved.
In virtute vishanti. Well done, Miss Maximoff. Your unique energy surprised her.
Whoa! I'm fine. What? I'm fine.
The prophecy is in motion. Lilith is still out there growing stronger each second the midnight sun approaches.
Define stronger.
If we are to have any chance of stopping her, there is only one option left to us.
I won't go back there.
We all must eventually face our demons, Miss Maximoff. However, one of us should remain behind to maintain the wards of protection.
See you on the other side. Okay, you did that one on purpose.
The fabric of magic is unwinding. We are fortunate to be here at all.
And where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, suburbs. Nice.
Welcome to the Abbey. Home of the
Midnight Sun.
What the hell is this? Lilith's Junior Demon League?
Wait, it's that jerk from TV. Which one?
Now, if everyone would just take a moment.
Enough!
You're standing on my flowers.
Oh, been a long time, Sarah.
It's caretaker now.
If I could have avoided this moment, I would, but...
Oh, spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all.
Guess we're suddenly invisible now.
Shall we chat, Stephen?
No one can argue that the Hunter earned their rest in the first battle against Lilith. I only hope they are up for the task once more.
You wizards always make everything sound so lofty. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
And saved the world in the process.
Now you want me to dig them up and ask them to do it again.
I did not write the prophecy, Sarah. Besides, I am no common grave robber. We are simply reuniting their ethereal essence with their corporal form. Speaking of, it would help to have a mental image for the procedure. Spare no detail. Spiritual identity theft is no laughing matter.
Okay, so a lot's just happened there. Lilith has just introduced herself to our heroes and has quite adeptly and almost very nonchalantly just dealt with them. Apparently we're in a pocket dimension of Salem, Massachusetts. We are just come face to face with the Midnight Suns, no doubt named after the prophecy, and also their caretaker Sarah. They are now about to resurrect the Hunter, which is us, and who we are now just going to determine what they actually look like. So I'm just going to do this, and I'll see you on the other side of the edit.
Child of light and darkness, you who tame the night, hear the voice of those who beseech thee and...
The caller! Wait! Wait!
Mother. So, that's a good thing, right?
As far as resurrection spells are concerned, I've seen worse. Particularly on myself.
Tony, come on. It's perfectly safe.
That thing wakes up and takes a bite out of you. Don't blame me.
Visiting hours are over.
You can't stay here forever.
There's nowhere else I should be.
Just saw that Stark guy poking around behind the mirror table.
Find me as soon as they awaken. And Blade, be nice.
Always am.
So cold, but the air burns with every breath. Has it been so long? I know this place. In my dreams, it was always empty. But now I sense I am not alone.
Have to admit, Hunter, you make one hell of an entrance. Guess that makes two of us.
You should have struck when you had the chance, vampire. You will not live to regret your error.
Cute, and Caretaker told me to be nice. Relax, Slayer. I'm a friend. You just don't know it yet.
Yes. I saw you with Sarah before. But what would she want with a vampire? Unless...
The name's Blade, and I'm no ordinary vampire. I get you've been out of commission, but I thought you noticed since we're having this little showdown under the freaking sun.
A dampier? Daywalkers were a myth even to me.
Says the half-human, half-demon monster hunter.
I kind of forgot how heavy this game could get with the exposition. Okay, so we are now alive. We have just been resurrected by a combination of Doctor Strange, Sarah, and one of the Midnight Suns, who seems incredibly adept at wielding a staff. We are now confronted with Blade. So the game has now introduced another feature of it, and that is our conversation choices. These conversations can yield friendship points as the game goes on. This one I don't think actually gives us any friendship points, so we are pretty much free to choose what we want. So we're just going to go with, well, that still doesn't explain you.
I do. And I must admit, I am curious. Tell me, Daywalker, how did you come to be?
Long story, and it's still not over. We managed not to kill each other for a while, and maybe I'll tell you one day.
I accept your challenge.
Right. As much as I'd love to see how much weirder this conversation can go, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. The prophecy is in motion. I can feel it. We have wasted too much time here already.
Man, the others are really gonna love you.
Others?
Yeah, you've got a little fan club, I think. But why spoil the surprise? Hope you're up for the challenge, chosen one.
And I will think we will leave it right there with us, the hunter, having been resurrected to fight Lilith, who turns out to be our mother and also Sarah's sister. So this is really your big family drama. What else is new? Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any comments, please leave them below in the comment section, particularly on how I can improve things. As I said, this is the very first video that I have done for this channel, and it's been a very long while since I last recorded anything of this nature. So if there are any improvements you think I can do better, things I need to work on, please let me know. Also, I don't mind having tips on how to play this game even better, but please try and keep those spoiler free. Anyway, until the next video, I hope you guys have a good time, whatever it is that you're doing. Stay safe, and I will see you very soon.